3. What's this?
Season 3.
We better talk heavy out here.
Like, that's crazy.
That's Season 3, man.
Season 3. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
You was on season 1.
Listen.
You was on season 2.
Listen, I'm happy.
Hold on. I've always wanted to say this word. He's been on here thrice.
Thrice.
Listen,
Thrice. Not once, not twice, but thrice.
I'm happy. Thank you for the opportunity yet again.
Of course.
You know, it seems like I'm like y'all season opener.
I mean, it's kind of already flowed into that.
That's what we do.
It wasn't even a question. It's like, are we getting Dos on here? Oh, okay. Yeah,
let's
absolutely.
do it. I love the platinum ice cubes you got in here.
Thank you. You know, it doesn't water down
each
the beverage.
I like this.
Little subtle upgrades.
The budget went up. I see.
A little smidge.
The budget went up. I like it. Can we toast? Let's toast to season 3.
Toast to season 3.
Okay, season 3 and more to come.
Clink, clink, clink.
There we go.
Cheers.
All right, so explain this drink real quick.
It's a margarita. It's a classic margarita.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It's our show drink. A little salt on the rim.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've done it for at least the first episode of each season.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And when we can't think of nothing fancy or we feeling lazy, we just go right back to the margarita.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, this was good.
Thank you.
I love drinking on podcasts. I'm gonna be honest. It makes me open up.
Because at first it's like, okay, so what we gonna do? Then
right.
And then real quick.
Right. And then the thing is, you get nervous in the beginning because it's like, okay, they're about to press that button. But once it's on, it's on and popping.
It's on. You're drinking. You don't see the camera. It's just the flow.
It's not there.
Listen, a famous man, a wise person once told me that drunk thoughts. No. He said, hold on, I'm about to screw this.
No, because I know where you're going. Go ahead.
French Montana. He said, what did he say? He said, man, damn, never mind. He said something about drunk something and sober thoughts.
A drunken tongue speaks sober thoughts.
Is that it?
Something like that.
I think it sounds like that.
I'll Google it and you.
One thing about me, y'all, I will destroy somebody's quotes, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hey, we was listening
at the same time.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
What is it? It's drunk something speaks sober thoughts.
I didn't get there yet.
The long nails though.
I can't. I gotta knuckle it when I'm
drunk words. No, drunk something sober thoughts.
We're not even drunk yet, y'all.
It's not.
Drunk words, sober thoughts.
That's what he said.
Drunk words, sober thoughts.
Yeah, drunk words, sober thoughts. Yeah. Anyway. Y'all understand what I'm saying.
Yes, we can. Yeah. So by the end of this episode, it's gonna get real honest.
Yeah, right. You know, that's all we can be.
Yeah. So before we get into this episode, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh,
I pay attention.
That's how we know
somebody been watching.
Yeah, I pay attention.
So today we talking about Talk to Me Nice, because I don't know if it's the pan, the post-pan, pre-pan, whatever's going on out there, but everybody has lost their fucking mind. Nobody knows how to talk to people anymore. Everyone's just short. The temper is like, can we woosah?
Yeah.
Can we woosah?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Can I give y'all experience real quick?
Absolutely.
So this pissed me off, right? I'm not a confrontational person. Y'all see that I'm a very likable guy, very happy. My son, he's 12 years old. He's big for his age. So I told him, go into the pizzeria, order whatever you have to order, and just wait for it. I'm going to be in the parking lot, and I'm going to watch you through the window. Just make sure you're good. He was like, all right, cool, Dad. Goes in, he orders. He's sitting down. I'm talking to my girl on the passenger side, right? I'm talking, and for some strange reason, I looked up, and it was a older gentleman, probably in his late 30s, early 40s, approached my son at the table, but his demeanor was a little off. Body language. So my son looked like he was, kind of sad because my son's non-confrontational, and he just looked down. I put my hat on. I said, let me go in here real quick. So I go right in, and I sat down next to my son, and I said, what happened? Oh, he told me to stop tapping. Mind you, it's a whole restaurant, right? He's by himself. Stop tapping on the table. No, stop tapping on the table.
I mean, either
mind
one.
you, my man was across the room.
That just made me so mad.
I'm gonna tell you, and this is the reason why, because you're saying talk to me nice,
Go
right?
ahead, yeah.
So I said, that's what he told you? He was like, yeah, but Dad, don't do nothing. I said, I ain't gonna do nothing. But I got up and I went right over to him. And I said, what did you just say to my son? He said, I told him to stop tapping. I said, how dare you tell him to stop tapping? He's right across from the room. He was like, well, you know.
Y'all not sitting together.
No, I said, who? I said, let me tell you something. I said, that's a 12-year-old kid. I said, you better not approach him like that again. I said, if you got an issue with anything, I said, you come talk to me. I said, you don't approach no kid like that.
No.
And so,
that's not cool.
So he said something smart, then I said something smart, and all of a sudden then he pulled the card. It's a free country. I said, well, it's a free country for him to continue tapping.
Well, tap along,
okay?
tap along. Because I'll sit right
I don't know if I said that, but it was in my thought process. I said some other things.
You said some other things, but you know what you meant.
Right. But talk to me nice.
Yeah.
Talk to my son
nice. If he can
nice.
say whatever because it's a free country, then your son can tap.
Yeah.
Across the restaurant where you're not sitting with him.
Yeah.
You were looking for something because you're bothered by whatever it is.
Right.
And you see a kid by himself. You're a bully.
Working there, or he was just another patron?
He was another what you said, patron? Patron. He was another patron.
No,
okay?
he already said he a patron.
Yeah, he was another patron across the room eating his slice of pizza. He wanted to get up and bother a kid.
Don't get on my face.
Right?
Because if he was grown, if it was you tapping, would he have said that?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
Or would he have appreciated somebody coming to his kid and doing the same thing? No, it don't work that way.
So I told my son, I said, you ain't do nothing wrong. I said he's just upset. I said he was probably bullied as a child. So he just felt as though he had to get it out.
He's miserable.
He miserable.
Is.
Right.
That's the thing about bullies. Bullies know who to approach. He would never you'd never say that to somebody that you know is gonna beat your ass.
Right.
But if you feel like you could, or if you feel like you could be intimidating to somebody, then you do it. You're a bully.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, boy. If I had a Coke or something, and I had these platinum ice cubes in there, I'd have threw that.
Right as
I'd have threw it right at him. Split his wig right open. Yeah. So talk to me nice.
Please do, because I'm like, listen, I'm a nice person, just like you said.
Right.
I get along with pretty much everyone. I'm real easygoing. I try to stay away from the bullshit. But don't come over here. You don't want to see the other side. It's not a good side.
Don't mistake the niceness for I'm weak.
Right.
That's not going to work well for you.
I'm going to give you what you want, and that's not what you want.
And that ain't what you want. And most important.
And I don't want to be in that space. No. I work hard to not be in that space.
Right.
So then it's like, now you put me in this space. Now it's just a whole thing.
And most importantly, because I think about when I was a child, right? Because obviously, we was all raised in North Philly, so we had our own type of situations, right?
Absolutely.
And we all come out into this world very innocent, thinking that the world is a beautiful place. And then you get those moments in time where certain people say negative things to you, do negative things to you, and it changes your whole perspective in life as you're growing up. So when I seen that 12-year-old boy getting told by this angry man of what not to do, it took me back to that place when I was that kid. And I said, I'll be damned if you try to mess this boy's childhood up by saying a traumatic thing like that. Even though it was something small, but that really meant it really pissed me off.
Have you read The Four Agreements?
No.
You should read it. There's a similar situation on it. Have you read that?
I haven't, and I have not opened it.
So I don't have time to read, but I've been listening to audiobooks. So I listen to audiobooks, and in the Four Agreements, there was a story about a little girl that was singing, and the mom was frustrated, and she yelled at her, and she said, "Stop singing! Your voice is ugly." And the girl is now 30-something years old and never sang from 6 to because all she can hear is that her mom was frustrated and told her, "Stop singing! Your voice is ugly."
Wow.
And she probably has the most beautiful voice in the world, but she will never sing again because that happened. So just like that was it's just don't tap, it's a little thing. You don't ever know what kids carry with them.
Absolutely.
That he can go to do something, but never mind. I don't want to annoy somebody. Please be careful what you say to children. Even now as an adult, I'm like, there's so many things that affected me that I didn't realize till now. That come from strangers or from people that you love. And they don't mean it in that way, but you don't know how that's going to carry on for years.
Right.
And kids are built different now. They're a lot more sensitive. So something like that would have happened to you when you were 12. You're going to internalize it differently than what your son is probably internalizing it. So
absolutely.
You never know. And then someone's bad attitude, he had maybe dropped his coffee that morning or some dumb shit.
Having a bad day already.
Now he took it out on someone else, and that has a trigger that has a domino effect.
I don't think he got a son. I don't think the way he was looking, I don't think he got a girlfriend.
So he's really mad.
Yeah, he's mad for other reasons.
Well,
he's mad at life.
Misery loves company.
Right, exactly.
I'm not joining your table.
I am busy, honey.
Talk to me nice. Listen, there's nothing wrong with doing that. We can have our bad days. There's times where I have bad days. I go into work and I'm the most pleasant person in front of everybody because my issues are not your issues. I'm not going to project them on you.
You are not the reason that I was late because I didn't get gas the night before, and now I'm rushing in the morning, and I'm frustrated myself, and I'm like, so I just don't say anything.
Exactly.
So if I'm quiet, there's a reason. Just give me a second. I probably need to get a cup of coffee or something, and then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But let me process.
Yep.
But other people aren't like that. Some people come into work and they project that shit, and it's just like, ram.
They ready to put in.
Right.
And but you know what's sad is that you have humans on this earth. Okay, so we're very conscious of other people's feelings, but you have other people that literally get get some kind of adrenaline rush when they tick people off or they piss people off. They love to do that.
They want to push your buttons and just see like, all right, when is this person going to react?
They love that. So you got to be aware of those type of people too. You know,
they're waiting.
Yeah. So when you see that and you know that it's something that might trigger you, just be like, all right, let me see if I can move far away from this person as much as possible, or take myself out of that environment. We got to be accountable for ourselves.
We have
That's
to.
100%.
You can only control you. And if you act out and then you look back like, I wish I would have. Like, I wish somebody would have calmed me down because now you already did it. You already said it or whatever that action is. So it's just like, nope, I'm just going to remove myself from this situation and keep the peace. Because I don't want to be that girl.
Absolutely. Think about it this way, right? I was just thinking about that. I think Wallow, I love, and I'm going to mention him a few times. I've mentioned him quite. Wallow 267 is somebody I really love. Like, he's a really dope person, especially with the advice that he gives. But he said, 5 minutes of doing a dumb crime cost me 20 years in prison.
That's it.
Think about that, right? 5 minutes cost me 20 years. You can get into a fight because somebody ticked you off. You end up hitting this person. This person dropped to the floor, hit concrete, right? Ends up passing away. Now you're serving life in prison because of that incident.
Because you can't control yourself. Because you can't control your anger. Because, like, listen, if you over 18, stop fucking fighting. Like, there's real consequences. Like, both fighting days are over. Like, there's consequences. Do y'all have people have families that you could lose, jobs, going to school, whatever it may be. If you are over 18, stop fucking fighting. It's ghetto. Let's do it.
Let's have conflict resolution. Listen, what's on your mind today? Let's talk about it.
That's gonna piss them off even.
Oh yeah, because then I get real passive aggressive. You talk about it? Are you okay?
Yeah,
because that's my favorite thing to say. Are you okay?
Right. Exactly. like, what is it about? Like, what ticked you off today?
Right.
Huh?
I think people. It's like an adult tantrum. It's like they get frustrated and they run out of words, and it's like, let's fight.
I'm gonna push you.
I'm sorry. Do you not have a vocabulary?
Exactly. Like, can we use our words?
Let's talk.
No, we can't because they don't have the words to use. They don't have the words in their toolbox, so they still fight.
Joe Rogan said this in like a clip that I saw probably on Reels. He said we basically adult babies.
We are, right? And I really am realizing that now. Remember, when we were younger, we thought people in their mid-30s were grown and knew, or people in their 40s were adults.
We are not.
I'm 35. I'm still figuring it out.
I am 41, and I still throw a tantrum when I'm hungry.
Absolutely.
But let's really dissect this, right? So when we were kids, we couldn't wait to get older, right? And then when we finally reached that age, like, I'm 37. 3 more years, I'll be damn near 40. I'm looking at 40, I'm like, yo, I still feel like I'm in my 20s, or at least mentally feel like I'm in my 20s, right?
Because my knees tell me something.
I'm young.
My body's telling me.
When I wake up, I need a minute to like stand up. Yes,
right. So now I look at 40, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, mortality is starting to look a little bit more defined now. Because now you look at it, you're like, okay, life expectancy is about 75, maybe 80. I got about 30 more years, 40 more, about 30 more years on this earth, and we all gone.
And they want you to work until you're 67.
And they want you to work till you're 67.
Right.
Talking about work. You still you no longer are you doing this 100% full time entrepreneurship?
I'm doing a shit ton of stuff 100% because
let's talk about it.
I got fired.
You can read that. This was something that was manifested a year ago.
To quit her 9-to-5 in 2020. I remember you talking about it, and then you did the Glam Studio, Studios body sculpturing. You did that, so I remember you saying you were going to do that. I remember Kyle. I remember you mentioning that Kyle, I believe, was going to leave as well.
He got fired too.
Let's dissect this.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it because and the only reason why I want to dissect it, yo, is because Jocelyn, from the entire time that I've known her, has been very straight-laced, right or wrong, right? You get around her from beginning to end. This is the reason why I confirm appointments with her hours in advance, because she's the type, she's very structured, right?
You know, like, she makes me get my shit together because I know her shit is going to be together. So it's like, okay, I mean, I can't disappoint Jos.
Right.
Because I know she got it together.
And the crazy thing about this is, and it kind of makes me feel less than sometimes, is when you wake up, she got 3 videos already with all her
She worked
workouts.
out, she had coffee, she meditated, she wrote down her to-do list. I'm still scrolling in bed.
I just got out of bed. Okay? I just woke up. And so this is she's very regimented. She's very organized. She got her stuff together. Who the hell would ever fire you? Please explain.
Hold on, I'm gonna do the tongue click. My last job. So I'm not gonna pretend.
What's the terminology?
I voluntarily resigned, right? So for those of you who don't know, I am not vaccinated. I have no problem with anyone who decided to get vaccinated for your reasons.
Facts.
For my reasons, I did not. The company I was working for was still doing work from home. So
Okay.
they announced a return to work day, and then that got pushed back. Remember, from 2020 to 2022, things were still like, how do we get back? How do we get back? Return to work day was pushed back several times, to the point where the CEO of the company said it is up to every division what they want to do. We're not going to have we're not going to have a mandatory everybody come back. It's up to every division.
Okay.
CEO says that. My direct vice president said we're going to be hybrid.
Okay.
Well, I was very clear with him, with my direct manager, and with HR. So everyone knew I'm still not comfortable getting vaccinated.
Right.
So let me know, like, what do I need to do?
Right.
So they're like, all right, we're still figuring it out. I think my last meeting with HR was a Thursday, like the last Thursday in April 2022.
Okay.
That Monday, we were supposed to return to work for hybrid.
Okay.
Nobody said, Jos, Monday's coming up. What are you going to do? Right. I've been open the whole time.
Very clear.
You were very clear. They were not.
I was very clear. And I knew there was going to be a shit or get off the pot moment, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm having my open communication with you, I'm expecting the same in return.
Transparency.
Absolutely.
Jos, it is 12 o'clock. We're going to have a meeting at 2. I said, oh shit, it's coming.
There it goes.
And that's what happened.
Like the day of.
2 o'clock, HR shows up in the Zoom meeting or whatever.
But did they at least say, listen, Jos, this is what's going on. We expect all of our employees to be 100% vaccinated before they enter into the workspace. And if
By
not,
this
these
date.
are the consequences of that. Did they ever say that to you?
Not in those words, but I knew that's.
It was like
I
they
knew
kept
that's
talking
going,
around it.
right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it was never like if you don't do it by June 1st, then on June 2nd, we will be terminated.
That was never, if by May 2nd
There was
you're
never a
not
deadline.
vaccinated, you're done May 2nd.
At least you know what the outcome would be.
So I'm like, well, I'm working from home. I'm not around anybody.
Why would I have to get vaccinated?
I have never had an evaluation end of year. When they do your raise, your promotion, like all that stuff. Never had a bad one. So for me to get a call at 12, or I'm sorry, it was something placed on my calendar at 12 for 2 o'clock that day. I knew it was coming. What I didn't like is how it happened. Right.
Gotcha.
So it's like by 4:30 p.m. today, you no longer work here.
Wow.
All right. So I'm still I'm not going to burn any bridges. Fine.
Right.
I said, all right, I will transfer everything I have. I will write up my report. That is all I'm going to be doing for the next 2.5 hours. Did that, send an email out to everyone just saying, people that I was comfortable with.
Yeah, of course.
Like, hey, just so you know, today's my last day. I wish you all the best. Whatever my email said. People were shocked.
I'm sure.
Like, shocked. Like, I was getting hit up.
How long have you worked there?
10 years.
Okay.
Her reputation really precedes itself. Everything that we mentioned is who she is as a person.
Who she is. Anybody watching this that knows you is gonna be like, yep, because it's who you are.
So I understand the company needing to do what they needed to do, but your actions have repercussions as well.
Absolutely.
So I know that I'm not vaccinated. I had no intention of. I was very clear. I think there was still a little bit of like a veil. What they were allowing me to believe, like, all right, everything's fine. I'm just gonna keep working.
Right, because it definitely felt like you kept getting the like, it's fine. Like, it's almost going to work itself out.
We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Y'all figured it out, right? Y'all figured it out.
That y'all didn't make that decision on that day. That decision was already made. That decision
was made. Then now I got to transfer everything over. I'm not going to have access to anything. Okay. Fine.
But at least have an alternative to those that are unvaccinated. Be like, listen, just test yourself every week, once every week, or twice every week. At least something as an alternative.
Like, all right, well, you're going to be responsible to purchase your own COVID test and send it in and do it. Right. That's fine.
Show us the results every week. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Yep. And I have a friend who still works there who got vaccinated. She didn't want to get vaccinated. Has not had to step foot in that office since. It is whenever this airs, February 2023, she has not had to be vaccinated since the mandatory work from home. I'm sorry, she has not had to step foot in the building since when we were made to stay working from home in March 2020.
Yep.
And it's February 2023.
And got vaccinated
home
the entire time.
Unnecessarily.
Right.
Because she's also...
You didn't want to do it. Right. But you did it because you also don't want to lose your job.
You don't want to lose your job. You got a husband, you got kids and all that. Right. You got a household to maintain. Thankfully, we've been able to... So, same thing happened with Kyle. Like, they called him. It wasn't even like a Zoom meeting, whatever. They called him and were like, HR is on the line. Months after... Because he was more of an essential employee.
Right.
Months after. Thank God, we're fine. We haven't missed a bill. Maybe we've been a little late, but we haven't missed a bill. We haven't had no foreclosure. We haven't had nothing repossessed. Everything's been fine. Everything's worked out because it was supposed to work out that way. That's how I see it. The way they did it, a little shitty. Am I?
Because you want 2 weeks notice or a month with that kind of time.
If I was going to leave, you want 2 weeks notice.
Right, you want 2 years to a
You
month.
gave me barely 2.5 hours notice.
Come on.
So quick question. Like, once you got let go, did they give you like a severance package? Was it
no? So it's like she just got there 2 seconds ago.
So once you got let go, payments stopped after that.
I got paid up until whatever day I worked. My next check included all that and like any vacation time I didn't take. Which, who was taking vacation time if you're working from home?
It makes no sense. Even if you did, now there was some people taking vacation time, in my organization. I'm like, that is the stupidest thing you can do. You want vacation, take it. Right?
Just take
your laptop. Work around it.
Just put a virtual background so they don't know you're at the beach.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Now my thing is this, right? I'm glad you touched on that. Thank you so much for the, for just being so
the unemployment check cleared, so I can talk about it.
It's a beautiful thing. But it just goes to show you, you are replaceable. Absolutely. No matter where you go.
100%.
10 years.
Everyone is replaceable. Right. Everyone is replaceable. Like, stop the shit.
Everyone is replaceable. You got to treat the work environment as it is. It's a business.
Yes. Don't let them tell you that we are a family here.
There's no such thing.
I have a family. We're dysfunctional enough.
Right.
Yep. I don't need another one. Let's just be clear.
I try to fire my family members all the time. It don't work.
It don't work. I try to fire my best friend all the time. She keeps coming back. I don't know.
And it's the truth. And there's just perspective. And I think the organizations understand that as well. The reason why it's stated that we're family is because they're trying to build culture that people can be attracted to. That's what it is. But at the end of the day, it's still a business. At the end of the day, and I'm gonna be honest, and a lot of these organizations, they were kind of being forced by the government that if you don't do this, we stop your funding.
You're not getting funding. It always comes down to the bottom.
It comes down to funding. Yep. It comes down because this is what I did, right? Because I also prolonged it a long period of time. I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, I did not want to get vaccinated, and again, everybody is entitled to their own opinion on the reasons why.
Absolutely.
It's not a us versus them. I personally...
That's what they try to make it seem at the beginning.
And it should never be that way. Now, I got a hilarious story for you guys, right? About the vaccination. So, me and my father, we would always have these discussions, and me and him were in that same line of, thought with regards to vaccinations. We not getting it. There's no purpose. What's the reasoning? They're trying to scare people. Look at the death toll. They're trying to say death toll, and all of a sudden there ain't no more death toll. Figure that out, right? And you got to get back. And what's the reasoning behind everybody and their mama from Walgreens to McDonald's offering vaccinations for free? Y'all don't even offer insulin. You don't offer chemotherapy, and that kills millions of people every year. But what is it about this vaccination that y'all want everybody to get? So me and him would have these discussions, right? And we were on board.
All on the same page? Both on the same page?
Both on the same page. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that. my pop was like, real, and my father's a very stern person. And he's like, whatever I say, I'm doing it. You know, libertad.
Right.
You understand? They threatened my man with that job. He said, yeah, I think I'm going to go get vaccinated.
That's what it is.
That's what it was.
Same thing with me and my mom. We were talking about it. So she was going off of what I was doing. She said, well, you going to do it? I said, never mind, not right now. Okay, well, then I'm not doing it either.
Right,
and then it was like, fast forward. She was like, okay, well, now they're sending us memos saying that if we don't, and she was like freaking out. I said, until there is a date, don't do it, because they gotta go through all the scare tactics.
They can either change. They can either they easily change.
Right. So I'm like, she's like, but everybody's saying. I said, where's the email? Where's the memo? Where's the policy? Don't go by, because people are gonna say whatever they're gonna say. Don't let them scare you. So now it's been 3 years. She still hasn't get vaccinated. She still didn't get vaccinated, and they dropped the mandate for her job anyway. So now the other employees are pissed because they got scared into doing it. I'm like, no, stay in your ground. Stay in your fucking ground.
So my pop, like, my pop was on point. Like, I'm like, you know, and I always see my father as a strong individual, and I still see him that way, you know. And I get it from a perspective of a provider. You got to make sure his family is good, right? But it was hilarious. He was like, man, I ain't getting that crap. All of a sudden, he was like, yeah, they just sent the memo out that we got to get vaccinated by this time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make me an appointment.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that Johnson and Johnson one shot.
I looked at my pop. I said, I am disgusted by everything that you're saying right now. Now you're thinking about the different side effects of Pfizer versus Moderna. I'm like, this don't make no sense. I said, yeah, they just, sent me a memo too, and they said that they want me to get, I think you need to, consider your kids and stuff. I said,
and that's another thing. They started scaring the grandparents with the kids.
Yep. So now I'm looking at my pop. And I'm like, I said, Dad, I'm going to be honest with you. I see you a completely different way. I'm looking at him. He was like, listen, you got to do what's best for your family. Whatever.
Like, I don't want to do this, but it has to get done for my family.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with HR. We talked or whatever. And, they basically told me, like, listen, if you don't, this is the outcome. And man, I ended up getting it. But
what you gotta do?
I'm pissed because I'm at Walgreens. She said, which arm? I said, it don't really make a difference.
Your fucking arm.
Yours.
Just put it in.
Just give me the card.
Give me the thing. Just put it in, right? So they put the shot. She was like, okay, you're going to be here next week to get the, all right, whatever. I'm pissed. I feel so violated.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
it's almost against your will.
Against
I'm here and I'm getting it, but I don't believe in it. And you're forcing me, and I don't like when people tell me what to do.
Right. It was one of those things. But I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. So then my girlfriend, on the other hand, they are also doing the same thing. Tactic. Scare. She was like, I don't feel comfortable, and I'm not doing it. Right. She stood her ground. She a whole G.
Good for her.
Okay. While me and my pop, we folded like a piece of paper.
Well, y'all the providers.
She been around a lot of COVID, and she is not getting it not one time. I've gotten it 3 times with the damn vaccination. Okay?
Make it make sense.
Yeah. Cooped up in my room for 5 days straight, chilling. My kids have gotten it, and they not vaccinated, and they not and showing no symptoms, no nothing. Please make all of this make sense. What is it about this vaccination?
Oh, y'all pushing it so hard.
That y'all pushed it so hard. We gonna find out.
Oh,
we will.
10 years from now.
The studies are already coming out.
So we gonna find out 10 years from now.
One of those ads are gonna come up and it's
Did you get
vaccinated? And blah, 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 you're experiencing blah 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 blah.
It's gonna be worse than that. We're gonna be on season 10 of this podcast. They gonna switch some damn signal and y'all gonna see me acting crazy while y'all cool. Okay? I'm gonna let you know this right now.
Pour water on them.
They gonna have us going somewhere. We going somewhere. We gonna attack somebody. Okay? They just letting this thing sizzle out. So, but listen, good for you for standing your ground, doing what you do.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship has been very key for you, and
I never knew that this was the route I was gonna take.
Right.
I've always been, and you know me from nonprofit days.
Very
like,
corporate,
tell me what you need me to do. I'm here for this organization. I'm here for this company. I'm gonna do what everything was like my work ethic. Like that was me. Now I'm like, I can use my same work ethic to do things for myself, and that's what I'm doing. So I have way too many thoughts now. Every day I'm like,
can I use one of these right here?
That one.
Every day is like, ooh, I want to do this.
We got to give her applause, man. She did her thing.
That's a big deal.
Me and my father, we got to reevaluate our relationship. But overall, you did a good job.
You did.
You did what you had to do too. Like everyone, Everyone did what they felt like they needed to do in order to get whatever.
Yeah.
Right, for
So-
you, your life, your family, you did whatever. Everybody's reason was individual.
Yeah.
Even though they try to make it one group thing, like we're gonna do this, we're in this together. No, the fuck, we're not.
We were in this together until we weren't.
Right.
So now
Right.
it's like, it was them versus us. It was the vaccinated against the unvaccinated, and you guys are doing all this, and
divide.
now you got all these restaurants, all these companies like with apology tweets and apology like postings on their restaurant walls or whatever, saying like, we're so sorry for the way we treated unvaccinated people.
Well, you did it already.
Where was the kindness at?
Right.
Then, like, I wasn't saying like fuck you vaccinated person,
Exactly.
but it was definitely like fuck you unvaccinated.
Absolutely.
Can we really like let's look at the entire situation. We don't even realize how historical this really was during the pandemic, during the whole vaccination, during the way people were treating each other, right? And I'm not saying it's still in the same likeness, but the mindset or the way the propaganda, I'm not okay. If we go back to World War II, right, before all of that happened, and we go back to the way the German government they literally kind of trained society to turn against a certain type of people. The way the propaganda was and stuff like that, it was crazy. In order to get an entire population to start doing harm to another population, I'm not saying we were in that same concept, but it was crazy the way propaganda or the media was used in order to try to stir up so much in our society to literally create such change and craziness. You understand? Let's look at the 6 feet apart situation,
Oh, goodness.
where we were literally trained to be 6 feet apart. Till this day, some of us are afraid to be near each other.
Yep.
Like, think about it, like those little minute things for the 2 years.
Now we're carrying still.
Right, you have people till this day still using masks, still wearing.
Oh my god, yeah, I see it at the market all the time.
All the
Mask,
time.
gloves, like almost a damn
All of
hazmat
it.
suit.
You have some people
Yep. Like okay.
all everywhere, all the time. Like, listen, guys, your body needs germs sometimes in order to adapt to the environment and stuff like that. Y'all keep on clean, you're gonna wipe yourself out.
Exactly.
Next topic, talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice. I have I have a recent story of talk to me nice.
Okay.
So, do you know that I'm working I'm a manager at Elite Infusion? And
Hold on, she's a manager. Hold on.
What's rim shot?
Is that through? I think that one.
Do
Oh
it.
my god.
Do it.
Let's keep the applause. You want me to do the rim
Go
shot?
ahead,
Let's
so you can hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is the dude. All right. Go ahead. So, well, first of all, we got to congratulate you. You was a traveling nurse. Well, first you were a nurse, then you became a traveling nurse, and now you're doing like IV drips and stuff like
so
that.
this is happy nursing. So
Okay.
people that want to take care of themselves, wellness, all that good stuff. So we got our first block.
To hit your teeth.
Yeah, that plastic. No, I hit my leg. It came down hard.
I almost took her tooth out last
That's all good.
season with a little
I'm gonna save these joints next time I go to a pizza shop. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Keep them in the tuck. So we got our first block on our business page.
I love it.
Because someone asked us sent us a DM at 9 p.m. after hours. Very simple question that could have been answered by going on the website that Siobhan worked really hard on and continues to work really hard on.
Right.
So she replied to the message just saying, yes, we do. Check our website.
Okay.
Exclamation mark, like in excitement. Well, that was received as attitude. And the response was, you could have said that without the exclamation mark. No, thank you. And we immediately got blocked. I was like, oh my God, are you okay?
That is crazy.
Because there was a fucking exclamation mark. So
How'd that bother you?
Exactly what I was about to say. So on top of the whole talk to me nice thing, people are very, very sensitive. I'm like, maybe when you use it, you're mad. So you're projecting that onto us, and we were using it in excitement.
Right.
Excitement, yeah.
Right.
Can't wait for you to come in.
You're an angry bird, and you use it that way. That's how you received it.
Right.
I'm sorry, honey. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you're 3,000 followers and 14 posts.
Yeah.
No, not true.
Right.
It's just like, damn, that's crazy.
False.
Yeah, people get upset, but you know what? You ain't need her as one of your
Absolutely.
clients.
Like,
you don't
with
want that
attitude,
problem.
You don't want that problem.
You stay right where you
Because
at,
guess
baby.
what? You'd have stuck her in the arm. She'd have sued you. Really.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it would have just been something like, you stay over there with that energy, then.
Yeah, it's
I'm
either
good.
that or put a whole lot of Benadryl right in that bag. Lace her right
Go to bed.
up or 10-year coma.
Night.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this to her.
People are very sensitive. You got to watch what you say.
Very, very
and
sensitive.
they want an immediate response.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they think that you are attached to whatever messaging system that they're using.
That's the problem with social media. Yes, you see that. You see my little green bubble. You see that I'm on here. That don't mean I got to reply
I'm not on here for you.
Yep.
That don't mean I have to reply to you. This is clearly a business page. You're asking a business-related question that you could have answered if you just would have hit the link in the bio.
Yep.
Like, it's real simple. You waited 12 hours for a response, and then you didn't like the response. Like, find something else to do.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Also, when you're in traffic, like I was coming out of work, I was already tired, y'all. Like, you get tired, you're mentally drained, especially when you're looking at a computer all day, right? So I'm in the car and I just wanted to go into the lane, right? I put my turn signal on. The worst thing you can do in Philly is put your turn signal on.
People don't know what to do with that.
Right, that
They
is
speed up.
Yeah,
that means speed up so you can't get in front of me.
No, not in front of me.
Not today.
I put my turn signal on. I went right into the lane. Well, it just so happens I went right into the lane in front of the guy in the back, and he made sure, and he was adamant to put his middle finger through the dashboard and show me exactly what was going on, right? So that pissed me off. So I'm like, my man, I can literally drive slow, and we can make this very uncomfortable.
Right.
the
And
entire
it's
time.
the worst trip for both of
Right,
us.
Yeah.
make it very worse. But guess what? You ain't going home on time because I'll slow it right down.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
every
you in a
lane
rush?
you want to go, I'll be right in that lane right with you. We doing this thing together. You hear me?
We're now a team.
So I thought about it.
Where
pissed
we
me
going?
off. Right,
Right.
where we going?
Where we go?
Exactly. I go wherever you want to go. You just let me know. But it pissed me off so much that I started rethinking my life. I'm like, all right.
No,
do
it'd be like that.
Do I pull down the window? Do I stick it back at them? Do I yell a few words? Do I pull up on the side of them and really tell them how I feel? Or do I want to get home to my kids? We don't know.
Right.
I decided to choose my kids.
Like,
Talk to me nice.
Yeah.
this city is out of fucking control.
This world is out of control.
The world is out of control. Philly's out of control. Like, yes, there are times that I want to curse people out, but just like you, I want to go home.
I want to go home.
Everybody got a gun. Everybody got a license to carry.
Yeah.
Everybody, like,
that is the I want to go home. That's the over 18 mentality that we have
I
now.
want to go home. I don't want to argue in traffic. I want to go home. Are there plenty of times I want to curse people out? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm a horn layer. I will lay on that bitch.
Yeah.
And even that I've calmed down with because I'm like, it's just not worth it.
It ain't worth it.
I'm a
It's
brake
not
checker,
worth
but
it at the end of the day.
I like the back of my trunk.
Right, exactly, because I'm good for that too.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I just want to go home. I don't want the drama. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Life
I
is
don't want to be
very
homicide
short.
number 502.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's not that deep.
And the thing is, you ain't even gonna be recognized for that long. If God forbid you passed away in a traffic jam, you're gonna be on the news for 0.2 seconds and gone forever.
And then
Think
they go
about
into
that.
the
That's
weather.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
think about that.
Like, oh damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Think
Life
about
goes
that.
on.
Oh damn, I knew her.
Yeah, I knew her.
Yep.
I'm gonna cry about her for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna think about her for the next 6 months.
I'm gonna post our pictures.
Post our pictures. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. And look at this camera. Look at this camera.
Look
if y'all
right,
don't mind.
look right at it.
When I pass away, God forbid, anytime, even if it's a long whatever, I'm gonna tell y'all that don't post me on social media. Don't put me on no shirts, no nothing. Because if you ain't putting my podcast up in any of my episodes now, I don't want y'all posting my screenshots of text messages saying, yeah, me and him, we used to
was
talk.
I just talked
We
to
was
bro.
tight. Right.
No, you didn't.
My circle's listen, my circle's so small, it looks like a dot. You hear me? So
That's
any
real
of those
shit, though.
fake conversations that y'all talking about we had probably was had once in 10 years. You hear me? Like it ain't worth it.
You never gave me my flowers while I was here. I don't want them. I can't get them.
Right. Exactly.
gone.
I want to be able to smell them flowers while I'm alive.
Like, that's
you
it.
understand? You got people passing away from heart attacks. My girlfriend told me that there was a teacher in her school. She was 34 years old. Passed away. Passed away from a
34?
passed away from a heart attack, man. I'm 37 years old. I've heard of people. I think the dude from Biggest Loser or something. I think he.
Oh, Bob
he didn't-
Harper.
I don't think he
Oh,
died from a heart attack.
yeah.
He was like my age at that time, and he had a heart attack.
Super fit.
Super fit.
Yeah.
You just never know.
You never. Yeah, listen, nobody knows when their time is up.
Nobody knows. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. We're gonna be nice to everybody. We're gonna
Yes.
be happy, and we're gonna enjoy our life. We don't need none of this negativity. We
Yeah.
don't need it to
I
disturb
choose
us.
happiness. Like 2023 is I choose happiness.
Right.
I choose peace. If it doesn't align with that, it can't be around me.
Nothing. Can't be around
That's
you.
just what it is.
Yep.
And all these negative people, I think I know where they live.
Yes.
They live in the comments of
Oh, absolutely.
everything.
All day.
Of
Absolutely.
everything. Because I'm gonna give you, I don't think I've said this on
Twitter fingers.
the podcast, but we have, so for Glam Studios, social media, it's not like a post it and they will come, right? You need to keep going, especially if you have a business.
Post it.
Like you gotta post it, you gotta go out, you gotta make flyers, you gotta pass things out, whatever. So we were going to like Targets, Marshalls, Ross, whatever, around the area, around a reasonably like a good distance, a driving distance that people would come to our studios.
Yep.
To stores where your target audience shops.
Our target audience shops at these stores.
Okay.
So we would put our business cards in like purses, pants, facial stuff, anything and everything that had to do with like a female around this age, blah, blah, blah. Target audience,
that's
right?
Unique marketing. I like that.
Right?
Somebody did not think so.
Somebody didn't like it.
Somebody found one card, maybe several, in like the large section of pants.
Okay.
Right? Yep. So you're just going off of, I saw your card in all these larges.
Right.
Went to our website, sent us an email from a fake account, and said, I am disgusted at the way you're marketing
like
to
you're
larger
fat people.
Targeting fat people. I hope you have a lawyer because I'm going to sue you.
I'm going to report you to the Better Business Bureau.
Wow.
Ma'am.
Did you not see that it said Glam Sculpting?
Like
what?
So what happened?
So nothing.
Nothing. That was months ago.
That was months ago. We still keep doing it.
Disclaimer: you put it in the extra small to the extra large because anybody that wants it can get it. So
backpacks, sneakers, shoes.
You never know.
God forbid somebody who wears shoes comes to our studio.
Right.
We put it in everything.
But what's wrong with the way you market it? Because at the end of the day, you go to Target and they got a whole plus size section.
Right.
So because you said plus size, that's offensive.
Yeah,
because you put it in a large.
So somebody was mad
because you're insecure about you having to wear a large or extra large. Now you're projecting that onto my business. I'm sorry, man.
Well, she was upset her man ain't want to lay down.
Like
that's fine.
Maybe he cheated on her with a girl that was size small.
And it was like her email was like spam@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Something like okay, all right. Next,
right?
So like just to be clear, we put in everything,
right?
But I'm gonna be honest with you. That shows that your marketing is semi-working.
Somebody seeing it.
Somebody saw it.
Somebody saw it.
For all the people that did not respond to you, they know who you are, though. She just so happened to be so disgruntled to let you know that your marketing worked. Yeah, so it worked. It worked out for you.
She would come by too.
All publicity is good publicity. Bad or good.
Let's put your name out there.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all a little story real quick, right? About negative comments.
Let's do it.
So, shout out to Justin Silva and Ashley, right? They dope.
Yes, I love Justin Silva.
Beautiful couple. I reached out to them, right? Because a lot of people they ask me, they say, Daryl, they was like, how do you get these guests? I literally just reach out to these people.
Slide in the DM.
I slide right in. Listen, Yo Gotti said it best. It goes down in the DM.
It goes down in the DM.
And you'll never know unless you ask.
You never know. Or you say no or say what's up?
Yeah.
For every 50 people, I get at least 10. Okay,
that's good return.
Good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
It is. So I reached out to Justin. I said, I don't think this is going to happen, but I reached out to him. I was like, it'd be dope to get him on if I could. So I sent him a DM in Instagram because I know he had 250,000 at the time. You can't hit him on TikTok because he got millions. So it's like, I'd rather hit him where I think I have more of a chance. Reached out. He was like, yeah, let's do it. I said, oh,
like, for real?
Nice.
All right.
I'm like, okay, I'm about to book the tickets next week and like, let's set up a date. He was like, all right, bet. I'm telling you, I was giving this man the play-by-play even when we went to Florida. So me and Queen was together. We was in Florida. And I said, listen, if this is all a fluke, we just had a great weekend vacation. Right? A great vacation. No, I was like, listen, I said, where we going to meet? He said, let's just meet at my house. I said, oh.
Real, like, chill.
Very
so
nice.
I think what he did was he looked at my Instagram, saw that I was non-threatening.
I'm sure.
Saw that I was a good dude. He was like, now I'll just bring him to the crib.
Like,
So
I can be one of my cousins. All right, come on.
yeah, pulled up right to his crib.
We probably related.
His door's wide open, and my man just mopping the floor, just chilling, mopping the floor, right, talking on the phone. Kids all well behaved. I think they got like 5 kids, all well behaved. You know, they real cool, real good people. So anyway, overall, we did the podcast. I released it. I released this one podcast episode. I mean, the clip where we were talking about how women are looking at status sometimes. And when I say status, I mean, person that got their life together.
Right,
dude, a lot of time, and let's think realistically.
It appears that the person
has
together.
But let's think realistically. A lot of times, y'all women or women, I shouldn't even generalize it, but I got crucified, but
no,
for generalizing. But let's just say, a lot of times y'all ain't trying to babysit no dude. Y'all want the dude to be, overall, he got his life together. He got his own place, got his own money, and if he could take y'all out on dates, he could do that, and he has a future, right?
Right.
Correct.
Y'all not Captain Save-A-Bum.
Correct.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Well,
Just like
apparently,
y'all don't want to be Captain Save-A-Hoe.
right. But we do it all the time.
Right.
Right? Because we feel like we got to repair somebody. So, anyway, he talked about how he felt like he was a bum. He was working at Chili's, ain't have no car. He was driving Ashley's car at the time.
I remember this
And
part. He's like, bum.
He said, bum. I was trying to save him. I said, I wouldn't even say that. He said, no,
was
bro,
a bum.
Right? So Ashley was like, yeah, you know, he was driving my car. And then I turned over to him. He was like, bro, I told you, bum. So I started cracking up. But anyway, I was talking about women with status, you know, like, or women are looking for status. Anyway, I got lit up in the comments. You can't be speaking for all women. I was with my man for 10 years and he was a bum. I was like, dang, y'all airing these dudes out, right? But I'm looked at as the wrong dude. I'm literally talking about perspective, what women want. Because women don't want a dude that
you hurt those people's feelings.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, your dude probably still sitting on the couch.
10 years later, he's still a bum.
Drinking all the sippy cups and stuff like that.
Now the babies don't got no snacks.
You hear me? Ain't got no Capri Suns, no Lunchables, no nothing.
It's hot.
Right. So you taking care of a third baby and this one grown. It don't make no sense. So I'm talking about perspective. I got lit up in them comments. Okay? Made me feel like I had to rethink my life as far as the advice that I put out there.
No,
you don't.
You catch feelings off of something that you felt.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to speak it the way it was.
Right.
Listen. Chris Rock said it best. Chris Rock said a lot of times, you know, if you not as a dude, and I want y'all to speak in on this. Okay. As a dude, right? We sometimes have, and Roy, you all the way over there, so I need you to vouch. Right through this ring light.
Right through the ring light. You know
right through the ring light. But I'm gonna be honest with you, right? If you don't have anything to offer a prospective mate, right? No money, no like togetherness as far as making shit, you know, your stuff is together. A lot of times a woman's not going to deal with you. The right woman's not going to deal with you, right? If all this stuff goes down, a lot of divorces happen because of finances.
Oh, that's the number one reason?
Yeah, as soon as the finances go out the window and the dude loses his job or whatever, the woman leaves right along with it.
Leave your ass.
And it's sad, but that's the reality for a lot of these relationships. So
especially if that was the reason for it, or if that was what caught her attention, or she thought she was going to be taken care of, and now you lost your job and you can't take care of me. Oh, this not going to work.
Or overall, y'all sitting down and y'all see these past due notices coming in, and the money's not coming in the way it wants. There's going to be friction. Y'all going to be arguing about money problems. Next thing you know, it becomes relationship problem, and now y'all out the door. So I'm just talking about realistically. If a dude ain't providing, because I mean, we could talk about, you know, women being providers, independent, all that stuff now, but at the end of the day, y'all look at a dude real different if he ain't still in that providing type of mentality.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You ain't gonna go out with Roy and Roy's always got you fronting the bill. You gonna be looking at Roy like something wrong with him.
Right.
Like, what am I doing with you?
I'm just gonna go out with my girlfriends because I'm not about to pay for this dinner every motherfucking night.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's just perspective, man. At the end of the day, these dudes, you know, we gotta keep our game up. It is what it is.
Like that's like I just don't I get why people are offended by it, because you're calling out their lives. It's like I bet you if you went on like their Instagram, their social media, let me check this out. Oh, they look all happy, but you can't be that happy because my comment about you dating a broke man
got you real upset. Got
your panties all in a bunch. Yep. On social media, y'all look so happy. Well, now you got to continue to keep up this facade because you're in so deep and you've been projecting this relationship on social media for so long, and everybody thinks everything's great. I just got to keep going because I got to keep looking happy. Fuck that.
My man can't keep a job. My man can't keep a home. My man can't keep his kids laced, whatever. And every time y'all at the mall or every time y'all at the store, she the one paying. And what do you have? Your arms right around her waist as she does.
Behind her.
Just looking at her. Yeah, go ahead, baby. You doing your thing. Yeah, you go ahead. You keep on doing it.
It's almost that season. It's tax season. You already know how it go down for tax season.
Listen, this is the season where everybody falling out.
To each other nice.
All day. All day. Listen, well, I hate tax season. I owe the government every year.
Listen, I'm like, I hate it.
I hate it with a passion, because my thing is when you click on like when you calculating the stuff and it starts circling around, like when people see, oh man, I'm about to get $3,000-$5,000, they excited. They like, yo, this is great. When my joint go around, be like, how much am I going to owe?
That's me. I'm like, how much I got to
I look at this thing, I'm like, I had to pay the government $11,000 last year.
Oof.
Yeah, 11,000. I'm talking about. I paid all my taxes. At least I thought I paid it. I owed them 11,000. So now I'm looking at the thing, depressed, upset, pissed off at life, arguing with people for no damn reason.
Right, y'all balling out.
Yeah.
Her rich.
Yeah. So
and I gotta pay $10,000, $11,000 worth for taxes.
So
Like I filed on the 13th or the 14th of April, right before the fucking deadline. Because I'm not that negativity over my head.
It's facts, man.
I'm like, what I buy this year for business? I write off.
I'm writing off. Listen, I'm writing off everything. Writing it all off. Yep, I did this.
That's a write off.
Yep,
That's a write off.
I pissed in the urinal. Yep, write off that too. And guess what? I still owed the government. I said I didn't calculate. Whatever expenses I need to calculate in order to get rid of that. So this year I'm looking forward to set tax season. Hopefully I can, cut that bill in half.
I'll be happy if I break even and I don't got to pay. If that should say zero, I'll be excited.
Yeah.
That's like a check. Right. I don't have to pay nobody. Cool.
Yeah. And I got 2 kids. They should have gave us a vaccine tax credit. Give us some money off of them.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they need to do something.
Because they was trying to pay people they were giving it out for free, and then they were trying to give an incentive.
Raffles and all types of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the tax credit for that?
When somebody's willing to give you $100 raffle to take a shot, something's up.
What's wrong? That's why I'm like, you're pushing too hard, and now I'm suspicious. You don't push the flu vaccine that hard every year. You just say we recommend that you get
and
it,
it's
and they leave it at
effective.
that. Right,
every year you still probably won't get it.
Like it was the push was too much. That's what made me be like, I don't like it.
It bothered me too.
I don't like it.
It came by so fast. They pushed it real hard and everything. Now you got our current president saying the hurricane's coming. To be safe, you gotta get the vaccine.
All the time. Anything,
recession's
coming by, you gotta get your vaccine.
Your car just broke down.
That's because you ain't get your vaccine.
That's it.
Gas price going up. That's because you ain't get your vaccine. Eggs are $7 because we're not vaccinated.
Now listen, you should have got vaccinated. You could have salad.
Now listen, I know the topic is talk to me nice, and I understand why we got to keep our mental right and be nice to everybody. But let's talk about inflation. This is probably some of the reasons why people are pissed off at life, right?
Financial stress will trickle down into every other aspect of your life. You're not going to be happy if you're like, this shit is tight. Money is tight.
Right.
Yeah. And then if you go to the supermarket and your bill is now 3 times what it was, and then you go to the cashier, there's only one cashier but 20 registers, and some stores it's self checkout. They don't even have a cashier.
Conversions.
They don't even even Wawa got self checkouts now.
I noticed it the other day.
The thrift store got self checkout. We went to Second Ave not too long ago, and the guy was like, "Yeah, just use this up." Yeah, self checkout now.
That's crazy.
I'm like, when the thrift stores got self checkout, something wrong.
Nobody. It's not even. I'm like.
Or
I don't know what the answer is. I don't want to say that nobody wants to work because I don't feel like that's
I don't think
true.
that's it.
I just feel like people know their worth.
Yes.
And now it's like, no, I'm not going to work for you for $12 an hour because that's bullshit. That's not even going to help me pay my rent. So like, stop playing in my face and pay me what I'm worth.
Exactly. Right. No, I agree. I agree.
I don't think that people don't want to work. I just think that you know what you're worth now. And the pandemic, people
they
got a lot of free money.
There. That's what it is. It's not that they don't want to work.
You go to Acme all the time. You see every single job and what the pay rate is. Like that was so hush hush.
They never did that.
You don't talk about what you make. Now it's like, come work at this deli for $15 an hour, please.
Come work
all
at
positions
Chick-fil-A.
available.
Yep. We give you 401k. We also give you credit for your education, everything. And
we're city. Getting a city job was was what you would like aspire to do. The city's hiring all over the place. Don't nobody want to work for the city anymore.
Everybody's trying to hire. So it's easy to get a job right now. It's up to you to just figure out what your worth is. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I the only thing I talk to everybody nice except for when I'm in the supermarket and I'm walking down the dairy aisle and the poultry aisle. I'm cursing at all the prices because I'm like, ain't no damn way in the world we have brown eggs that's $10. But the white eggs is $3. Something ain't right
what's
here.
Wrong?
What's wrong with the
Or you
what's wrong with the white eggs?
Right. Or you go to the milk and be like, whole milk's like 1%, which is practically water that's white. Is this?
Like
I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'm upset all the time. And then I go right to the cashier and I got 5 bags and I spent $300.
Listen.
And you got to bag your own.
And I gotta bag my own, and I gotta take it home.
You gotta bring a bag if you're in Philly.
Yeah,
They not even giving you a plastic bag.
No, they not. You gotta pay for your own bags, right? So now you
I
gotta
forget my bag all the time. I gotta take my cart full of food out in the parking lot.
I'm not paying 20 cents for this bag.
I'm not.
And now
I got 17 Aldi bags in the trunk. I'll be back.
Piss me right off. And now it upsets me even more because now I bring these bags after the mental stress I went through going down these damn aisles, right? And I go and I give them, and the kids are excited. Yeah, you know, everybody. Think about when we was kids. We was excited every time the food came because we knew. Like, we got the Pop Tarts, we got the fruit roll ups, the
got
juice,
my hug juices.
Yeah, you got them all. So the kids excited. I'm like, don't get too damn excited because once it goes into the pantry, you got 2 rations a day. Okay?
No, you have to. You have to.
Yeah, you have to. And Samsung. So I reached out to Samsung. So you know how you had somebody reach out to you for the customer service stuff.
Yeah.
Both of y'all. I reached out to Samsung. I said, listen. I said we got to upgrade. So I have the refrigerator that has the screen on it.
Okay.
And you can put like pictures and all that stuff.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. So I hit it. I figured if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. Right. So you hit it and you can see inside the fridge and stuff. So I said, listen. I said, I need y'all to upgrade the software on the screen so that way I can put an access code lock. So that way they can open all the damn time.
I love that.
Yeah, I see the little one. Listen, I see the little one. I'm watching TV. I see the little one because he got the hair, right? So I see the little one. I see his hair coming across, opening that damn fridge.
Where you going?
Yeah, and then the big one opening it up again. I'm like, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. It's the last time y'all going to this fridge, okay? But I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. I'm going to eat on during breakfast. Got 3 meals a day.
And Daryl, you're probably thirsty.
Right, Daryl, stop eating 2 dinners.
Yeah.
1 dinner and that's it.
And cereal.
Now you know why I'm pissed off. Then I go to the supermarket and I'm pissed off at life. I'm like, these damn kids don't stop eating.
Listen,
Talk to me nice.
Her kids use your school stomach because in school y'all don't eat that much.
You know.
So use your school stomach.
They come back with all the food that you gave them in their lunch bag.
Yeah, all the time.
Like food's so expensive for that. Guess what? Now that's for dinner.
That's your dinner.
Or it's tomorrow's lunch. Which one you want? But you gonna eat that food.
Inflation got everybody pissed off right now. Okay, everybody. You go to the gas station. Well, the gas station was a hurt piece in the very beginning.
Yeah, it got a little better.
Yeah, it did get better. I went to the gas station when the stuff initially started going crazy. And you put your card in or whatever. You know, you ready. You in the game. You about to commit. You got 3 options. You got regular, you got medium or whatever, and then you got premium, right? Medium, because it's in the middle, right? So I always go for regular. I'm like, gas prices too regular, right?
Yeah.
So
let it be, baby.
I let it be. Put my card in. It says, okay, you ready to pump? Just hit the nozzle. I said, all right, cool. The only one that they got lit up is premium. I said, I don't want that one. So that means that the other 2 are, I ain't ready to commit to that.
Cancel.
Right. Well, I can't cancel now. I gotta hit that damn thing, not look at it. I put it in. By the time it gets to 3 gallons, that thing's already at $60. I'm looking at it, I'm pissed off, cursing. And then I see this little sticker right next to the thing, and it has Joe Biden on it. It says, yeah, he did that. Now I'm pissed off at that sticker. You understand? Just talking about mental stuff. Yeah, we all need therapy.
Should be
we all need therapy.
I feel like because of 2020, we should be receiving free therapy.
I agree.
Like we should be receiving.
Have you
free
seen
therapy.
the things about BetterHelp? So I would not suggest you do BetterHelp. Look it up if you want to. It's like a virtual therapist, and they have really good promotions for their services. But I've heard very bad reviews on their services.
Well, on the therapist.
On the therapist, not the actual servicing itself of the app, but like the providers that they have. I've just heard very like questionable, like, you know.
Yeah.
This is a good question, right? So what do you guys look at? I'm not sure who's in therapy, who's not, if you guys ever had therapy or whatever. I've tried it, maybe 2 or 3 sessions or what have you, sort of disappointed.
Okay.
Because I had somebody just giving me a bunch of breathing exercises so I could do that on my comment.
Right.
I want somebody to dig deep. And take me to places that I didn't think I could go, right? But what would you characterize as a good therapist?
I think I feel like I have a checklist because I do want to find a therapist this year, and I would like a woman.
Okay.
I would like a Hispanic woman because I just feel like I know we're gonna talk about my childhood. I know we're gonna dig deep into that, and I think that another Hispanic another
Culturally,
Latina is
sense.
going to understand
Right.
when I say my mom did X, Y, and Z. I feel like if I tell somebody else that, they're gonna be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
No, I'm not
yeah,
fucking
No, that's
okay.
why I'm
That's
here.
why I'm here.
Right, exactly.
But I don't want to have to explain the culture portion of my childhood. I want to be able to speak freely and
They
like,
understand.
no, I get it because whatever. Like I know they're not gonna say like, "Oh, my mom did this too," but I know that I feel like they would understand on a different level instead of saying like, "Okay, well, I'm Dominican and this is how things are done there," and that's that's what's considered correct parenting or whatever the case may be. So I think for at least to have a Latina would be like at least number one for me.
What about you, Jos?
I've never really thought about therapy.
Okay.
And I think that's my own way of having my own coping mechanism with stuff.
Okay.
And I think I haven't had that type of trauma happen to me.
For 2 years
Right,
on
right.
this podcast.
Right. Listen to me. But it's I guess I feel well, my trauma's never been as bad as some other people, so why am I going to take a slot?
That's true.
So I've never really looked into it more than if I did, I think I'd do the same as Melanie.
Yeah.
I'd have a Latina who can understand you.
Relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think when you have the same cultural background, it makes it much more easier because, like you said, they don't have to figure you out.
Right.
They already know exactly what's going on, and they're not going to look at you. Because listen, we're all human, so people are going to look at you sometimes in a judgmental light or be a little biased. So I think with me, I'm not going to take therapy off that. I think I definitely need, something because think about it, right? We're so much on go, go, go when we experience some kind of trauma or some kind of moments in time. We still on go, 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 and sometimes we
life goes
dismiss
on.
it, right? We dismiss it. But I've had a lot of deaths in my family. I've heard of a lot of people. Like a friend of mine, last part of last year. Passed away. He was 30. I think he was close to 40 years old, but we grew up together on the same block. He just passed away. He was 38 years old, I think. So it's like hearing death all the time, experiencing it, getting shot at, being in, certain situations like that stuff, and then it's the fact of having, not being able to trust. And being, coming out of a situation where you was in marriage and stuff like that, and you just don't trust nobody. You question everybody's loyalty. All that stuff plays a part.
Trust issues, paranoia, yada yada yada. All of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I'm questioning
why you being so nice? What you want? Who sent you? Like, well,
why
maybe
you
that
so
person-
happy on that screen right now on that phone?
Exactly.
Your happiness is right here.
Meanwhile, they probably watching the damn funny video.
Right.
But
They
you
watching
question
Jetson.
everything.
But
Exactly.
we got our own issues and we're projecting that onto somebody else.
All the time. So I think therapy is definitely needed for a lot of people. I'm gonna try that this year. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if we can clear out some demons.
Yeah.
Figure this thing out.
I have therapy on my list. I have meditation on my list. I'm gonna try some guided meditation. I'm like, I say all my tabs are open.
You got the Calm app?
I do.
I'm on that right now.
Yeah, like I was doing it consistently for a while, and then I just kind of fell off. But right next to the lounge, there is a meditation place, and when I say the foot traffic of people that are in and out of there's a guy that goes in there all the time. He ended up coming to the lounge, and we had about an hour-long conversation. And just talking to him, I was like, I feel like you just gave me like meditation through you because he was so calm. He never took his phone out. He was like, it helped me be present and be in the moment with you right now. I'm talking to you. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm talking to you, and I'm like, my phone's going off, and I'm like, all right, when I get off, I gotta do this, and then I gotta do this project, and I gotta go to the post office. I'm like, all my tabs are open all the time. And he's like, the meditation is going to help you with that. Like, I promise you. So I said, I will try it because I do enjoy the Calm app, but I think I need a little bit more. So I'm gonna try an in-person session and see how that works out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you?
So I do meditation. I've fallen off with the new year.
That's a shocker.
I know. So,
I know. I'm like, hello, do you know who I am?
and I think it's because I was using like the same meditation over and over again. So I was like, I already know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Like, I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
So I started doing more affirmations this year. So now every single morning I have a book that it's just my affirmations. I write them down. I listen to something at night because I think it's when you're about to go to sleep is when those whatever waves is really in there. So I listen to that as I'm falling asleep. What Kyle has done is helped me out a lot. Is I'm like you. I'm always go. I'm doing this, but I'm thinking about the 5 other things that I need to do.
I'm not present in the moment because I'm like, all right, when this is done, I got to do, all right, 3, let me go.
Yeah. He's helped me to like sit down with that, whatever that is in that moment that we're talking about or thinking. sit down with that right now. He's helped me to like
Focus.
sit for a minute because he knows I'm always on go. So I was like, just take a minute and sit. So that's
Roy
helped me
hands
out.
me wine. He just says here.
Wine calms the soul, but I totally
He's like,
agree.
you're up here. Here's
I need you
wine.
here.
If it's 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, he's like, here's wine.
we need to be present, y'all.
Yeah,
And,
we do.
with
'Cause
too much.
life is moving fast. I don't know what
Very
happened, but
fast.
it's moving real fucking fast right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to slow down so that I can enjoy these moments.
Yeah. Mentally, we're either in the future or the past. Think
Right.
about that. As we're in the present state, future or past, we're always thinking about the past, what's been done to us, thinking about good memories, bad memories, whatever. Future, what we going to do in 2024, whatever business, that. Never present.
Right. Like
And then,
right now.
I have kids, so obviously I need to be more present with them because every time they taking these school pictures, I'm looking at the way they change it and I'm like, damn. I'm not going to get that anymore. Next year they a totally different person. Every year they totally different.
Yeah, my niece is at that age now. I was literally thinking about her last night. I'm like, Layla's 11 now, and she was very much a like Skittles, rainbows. I just want everybody to get along. Like happy-go-lucky kid to like she's in 6th grade. She's still a very sweet girl, but she got that like Philly tone. Like her voice has changed, and she's like, "Who that?" And I'm like, "Who are you?" Like it's just, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, she's growing up.
Yeah.
Like this is really happening, and I wanted her to like get out of that bubble because my thing was like, I don't want people to fuck with you because now you're this nice girl.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, all right, go ahead, we can go to school. You can handle
You
it.
good.
Yeah, you good. Yeah. Where before I remember I was like, what do you do if somebody hits you? And she was like, I tell someone. I'm like, you hit them the fuck back, and then you tell someone. She's like, no. Like for me to tell her, like somebody put your hands on you, you hit them back. You defend yourself. You don't do it first, but you stand up for yourself. And it was like for her, it was like absolutely not. I would never hit my friend. And I said, and your friend would never put their hands on you. So hit them back, knock them the fuck out.
Absolutely. my thing is, especially when you're a kid, you have this innocence about you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad because I wish adults behaved more like children in
that way.
in the mindset point of view. We act so childish as adults that the kids sometimes got to look at us like we crazy. And be like, listen, y'all got more sense.
Y'all doing too much.
Yeah, y'all doing more. Like there was this one social media post where you had a little black boy and a little white kid, and they just ran to each other and embraced each other.
I saw that one.
Yes.
Right?
And that's
imagine
like, that's my friend.
Right. Imagine if that mentality was throughout this world. It would be so much happier,
gosh,
deeper.
yes.
We ain't fighting those stupid wars out there, Ukraine, Russia, everybody beefing with each other.
Spending how much money? Spending how much money?
Right.
I know there's people that justify it, but that's a lot of money.
Ain't no,
That's a lot of
listen,
fucking
man.
money.
Listen,
That's a lot of
A lot of motherfucking money.
Listen, we so busy trying to save everybody, but meanwhile can't save nobody within this particular country. They've been talking about the student loan forgiveness for years.
My ass.
They willing to forgive and put money towards war, but like Tupac said, they can't feed the poor.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like
I got my email that
got my
said
email
that
too.
I was
These ones
approved.
like magnets, right? It's a magnet.
Amazon.
Yeah,
No, I don't
it's
think.
on-
And they
it's
come
on
in these
deep.
little cute cases. You rinse them out, put them in the
Yeah,
freezer.
they busting my lip. It's like,
Take them with you. Take them with you next time you go to the pizza store.
But talk to me nice, man.
No, for
talk
sure.
to me nice.
No, for real.
Yeah.
You know, it's deep. How long do you want to keep this thing going? We can keep this thing going.
I mean, we're wrapping up
Like, what
now.
y'all- okay.
No, we're wrapping up. But
Yeah.
I was just trying to think about any other talk to me nice stories. I think what we've been learning, Jos and I, is that we're not getting the same consumers that we are. So like when I reach out to people, I'm like, hi, hope all is well. My name is Melanie. I'm inquiring about X, Y, and Z. Sometimes I get DMs and they're like, you make the like hello to you. Like I'm like, greet me. Like who raised you? Have some fucking manners.
Nobody's greeting.
Yeah.
Nobody's greeting.
Like I don't know why that bothers me so much because I guess because I'm like you had said that earlier. You know, we're very aware of other people's feelings. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so aware, because I will not say something or change the way I'm going to say something because I don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. But I don't get that in return a lot of times.
Absolutely not.
So I'm just you gonna get what you gonna get.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I reflected a lot toward the tail end of last year. This year, I'm being very intentional with what I do and how I do it. And I know everybody in January is that way.
Right.
Everybody in January is Jocelyn Diaz, right? But by March, they back to themselves again.
Right.
Okay, so my thing is be more intentional. Social media, I'm literally trying to like limit my screen time.
Same.
And 30 minutes of social media a day is what I'm putting it right now. I know it's hard because I was
That's
hours.
like nothing.
That's nothing, but that's the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I realized that social media messes with my mental.
Absolutely.
I started to realize that. You just scrolling.
Yep.
And you see fights, and you see arguments, and you see everybody
Now
and their
that
mama
triggered
experts.
something.
You shouldn't be dating a modern woman and this person, and I tell this girl, and I have 3 women in my bed, and
Now
I'm like,
you
I don't want to hear none of that nonsense,
Now you
negativity, nothing. That's not reality. At the end of the day, there's still relationships out there that are prospering in a very how you say that, in a very positive way. I think I said positive already. But it's not where you got to have 3 women in your bed.
Yep.
It's not where these women are out there being very provocative and up in their body, all that, whatever. It's just, I'm trying to limit all of that.
No, I
so
agree.
I'm good in
I'm
my mental
actually
space.
getting a alarm clock so that I don't use my phone, because as soon as I hit, off, or if I do snooze, the next thing I do is open a social media app.
All day.
So I'm not using my phone for my alarm anymore. I'm going to go back to the old school clock.
Yup, there you go.
And turn it off and get up and wash my face and do whatever, because I do spend an hour. Sometimes not as much. I was really bad at it before. Like if you go season 1, I didn't even get out of bed till 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I hop out of bed at 6 a.m. And even then I'm still in the bed for an hour scrolling on Twitter talking shit. Like it's 5 a.m.
5 a.m. Yep, absolutely. I go to. I tell Queen, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'm in the bathroom. I'm in there for an hour. Sometimes just sitting there
That's
and
right.
just
I'll be
chilling.
like, you in the office? Like you in your office? That's what I call
That's
it.
the whole. Listen, and you scroll. It got to the point where the damn thing just dried all the way up.
Yeah.
That's all the
Yeah.
dried up after
What,
you're done.
isn't there a TikTok that's like, you've been on here for a while? When I get that, I'm like, oh shit, I really have been on here for a while.
No, it's deep. Hours go by.
Yep.
Today my phone said that my screen time was down by 9%. So
That's
I was like,
good.
okay,
That's
go
really good.
okay.
What's the highest screen time you ever saw? Mine was like 13 hours.
I'm gonna check.
13
but
hours.
I'm gonna look. I don't know.
I'm sure I'm up there, if
was
not
terrible.
more. It's bad.
It was so bad that when I interviewed the Ciangi twins, and mind you, they are social media influencers. I'm no social media influencer. I had more screen time than them. They had like 6 hours of screen time.
That's
I had
crazy.
12. I said, how's that even possible?
Because they work. They were working, they're posting it, and they walk away from
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm an observer. I'm observing
Same.
what you're working on. And this is the reason why my time is so low. And the reason why my productivity is so low. And the reason why my mindset was so down. The reason why I was so damn angry, but I still talk to you nice.
Exactly.
You hear me? We turn this thing full
Everybody
circle.
don't got that.
No,
There you
that's
go.
what
I
they
could be
should.
having a bad day, I'm still
Work
gonna
on
be
that.
nice to
I'ma
you.
still be nice to
Because
you.
you weren't the one that ruined my day.
Right. You
But
want
if you want to add to it, you could get whatever I'm gonna give
Oh,
you.
absolutely.
You can be on that list too.
Absolutely.
Hunty.
So it is what it is,
It is
man.
what it is.
This was a great conversation.
It was.
Thank you.
It's always a great conversation.
Thank you very
we
much
need you
for
a couple
coming
more
on.
times.
Let's
more
do
than,
it.
More than once a year.
I'm gonna get y'all. So
Then we'll be on your podcast.
I'm doing a Rec Philly joint. I'm gonna get y'all on there.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna do it.
excited.
Maybe we talk
Okay.
about relationships or something. Maybe I'll bring Marty Austin. We could do like a tag team type joint.
Okay.
Where we
That'd
just
be
talk about
fun.
it. That'd be cool.
All right.
That'd be cool.
I gotta get an extra camera though, because I gotta get all the angles.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll
you
bring
fancy.
Roy.
Yeah, we'll
bring
figure it
Roy
out.
and Roy's camera.
There you go.
We'll figure it out.
Shout out to Roy, creative director. Hey
I
Roy.
for stuff all the time.
Hey Roy, before we close out this show, okay, and I know you ain't on the mic right now, but I know we was talking about talk to me nice, and I know Mel says that she really talks to everybody nice. Does she talk to you nice?
Is that
That's the question.
true?
You can answer. You can
Answer it the way you
I'm
need to
gonna
answer.
So you can.
Answer it the way you need to answer.
I wish y'all could see him. He is twirling his hair right now.
That speaks volume, okay?
That doesn't even be honest. He
said what he said.
He said what he said. He said what he said without saying it, okay?
Unfortunately, just like I said, I don't take my bad day out on people. I don't. I take it out on him.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he brings you the wine.
And then,
That's the
right, and
mental
then he's
board.
like,
Gotcha.
here's the wine.
Here's the wine.
But a lot of the times it's just like it's like word vomit. I just gotta get it off my
You gotta
chest.
get it
So
out.
I do unload on him quite often.
You have to get it out. You gotta get it out. Roy's a good man.
He is. He's a very good man.
All right.
All right, that's a wrap on that. So, like, talk to us nice.
Talk
That's
to me
it.
nice.
2023. Talk
Yep.
to us nice.
That's it.
Don't make me
Yep.
say it twice.
Nope.
That's it.
Or thrice.
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
That's a wrap on this episode.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
All right.
Bye.
I missed that part.